Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going? So, what am I working on now? Well, I got a 2013 Nissan Altima. This thing's got 250,000 miles on it. Original owner. It's a clean car. Original owner car, and she said she thinks the transmission is finally going out. It's original transmission, which is pretty unheard of in one of these. Usually, 100 to 150 is about average. So 250, that's pretty darn good for the original tranny. But anyway, so she said it judders. It feels like it's taking off in third gear sometimes, which, I mean, it really doesn't have a third gear. And so I just took it up the street, and sure enough, you go to take off from a light, and not every time it like takes off as if, like, let's say you got a stick shift car, it's like you're trying to take off in third gear. It has like no power, and it's just like the motor's trying to push the car. Other times, you could feel it being in the higher gear, lower gear, yeah, you know what I mean, like a first gear type of thing, and it takes off fine. Then all of a sudden, it'll get a shudder. You know, you'll feel the vehicle shaking a bit, and other times it, like, as you slow down, all of a sudden it'll, like, the engine will rev up too high, and then all of a sudden come down really low, like you feel like, oh, and like lug the motor. Very strange. So I did a report on it, and let's just actually look at the report and see if this thing has one of the codes of death, which I think it probably will. So here we go. Engine control module. Let's see. Input belt pulley speed. Okay. Not quite sure what that is. I'm not overly versed in these things. Transmission control module. Let's see. Oh, we got a bunch of codes. Pressure control solenoid A, B. Fluid pressure sensor B. Pressure control B. CVT judder, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the code of death right there. P17F0-00. Okay, those are the codes that we're worried about. I'm not worried about around view monitoring or any of that other nonsense. Heating, ventilation, air conditioning, don't care. Body control, really. Well, let's just see, just in case. Oh, yeah, it's just tire pressures. All right, so I'm not concerned about that. I sent myself the report, but let's go inside and let me look at the scanner, and let me look up that code. I'm pretty sure that judder code, it basically ends it right there. I'm not 100%, but let's just make sure. All right, so real quickly, I just pulled up a couple of things here, and I just want to show you. One of the things is a service bulletin talking about the judder that's in it, that code. Let me just show you. So here, let's see, blah, 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 blah. Especially with the mileage. Okay. Customers complain transmission judder, shake, shudder, or a single multiple bumps, vibrations, whatever. DTC P17 photo, whatever, found and stored. Well, no. I mean, if you go to no, it says bulletin doesn't apply. So we're just going to go with a yes, because it's a constant thing with this. So P17F0, that's the one we're worried about. Replace the CVT. So that's that. But let me show you this. So these are all cases, documented cases, just through Identifix that I subscribe to, and it shows every single one: replaced transmission, replaced transmission, replaced transmission, replaced transmission. I mean, I kind of figured as much, especially with 250,000 miles on the original transmission. Yeah, it needs a unit. That's all. There's really nothing more we're going to do with this. I wouldn't even want it with, even if there was a situation where you could replace a valve body, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't, not with 250,000 miles, because what are you going to do? Spend $1,000 to put a valve body in it on a 250,000 mile transmission? No way. Not touching it. Not doing anything like that. So it's not worth it. Some people might say, oh, what about changing the fluid and filter? No, I wouldn't do that either, because you know what? A lot of times in a situation like that, you change fluid and filter, guess what? The vehicle won't even leave the shop. Oh, I've had that happen several times. So we highly recommend against it, but it's up to the customer. So, because that's another thing too. If this thing had much less mileage, let's say 60, 70,000, possible changing fluid to help. But there again, 250,000 miles on the original tranny, no, she's toast. So we're going to leave it at that, give it back to the customer, see what they want to do. All right, guys, hopefully you're getting something out of my videos. If you are, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching.